Hey, Heart Seekers, welcome to the Heart's Hello Show, a space where truth meets tenderness and your journey back to yourself begins. I am your host, Kiana Talena, and around here, we don't do surface. We get real, we go deep, and we speak to the parts of you that you thought no one saw. Whether you're in a season of rediscovery, rebuilding, or just trying to breathe again, you're safe here. Let's unpack, unlearn, and unlock who you were always meant to be.
Yep, we're going to go ahead and jump right into today's episode because this reestablished season in my life, it's not about proving anything. It's about owning everything. Owning the woman I've become, owning the version of me I've prayed for, owning the peace I no longer perform for. And the more I step into this, second week into 44, into this version of me, the more I realize how many times I said, I'm sorry, when what I really meant was, I hope this version of me doesn't make you uncomfortable. But I'm done apologizing for being well. I'm done apologizing for resting, for growing, for choosing better. So today I want to tell you what I'm no longer sorry for and invite you to drop some old apologies too. See, let me tell you what I'm not shrinking for anymore. I'm no longer sorry for wanting to be loved the right way. Not halfway, not when it's easy, not on weekends, but with presence, with depth, consistency, and clarity. I used to overfunction in relationships. Now I rest in knowing that the love I give is a mirror of what I deserve. And if someone can't love me in truth, they don't get to love me in pieces. I'm no longer sorry for protecting my peace. See, there are conversations I don't reply to, invitations I decline, situations I quietly remove myself from. And y'all, that's not avoidance, that's discernment. And if my spirit feels tight, I'm not asking for confirmation. I'm just making a decision. See, I'm no longer sorry for saying no. No to events, no to expectations, no to emotionally expensive exchanges. My no isn't mean, it's maintenance. I'm no longer sorry for growing, for getting quiet, for glowing differently, for taking up space in ways that the old version of me never thought she could. I'm not here to manage how people remember me. I'm here to honor how I remember myself. I'm no longer sorry for being okay. Some people bonded with the version of me who was constantly overwhelmed. And now that I'm calm, rested, and rooted, they say I've changed. You're right. But the change is sacred. And I will no longer water down my wellness to make someone else feel connected. Now, let's slow it down a bit because I want to talk to the part of you that's been saying, I'm sorry on autopilot. Not because you were wrong, but because you didn't want to seem too much, too emotional, too unavailable, too different from the version of you that they were used to. So let me ask you, have you said any of this recently? I'm sorry I didn't text back, even though you were exhausted, even though you needed a moment to regroup. Or maybe I'm sorry I just needed some space, as if breathing makes you a burden. Or maybe, sorry for asking again. I just wanted to make sure. When what you really wanted was to be heard clearly the first time. Maybe, I'm sorry I've just had a lot going on. When honestly, it was just that you felt heavy, but you still tried to carry it gracefully. Or maybe you said, I'm sorry I can't make it, even though attending would have stretched you thin and pulled you out of alignment. Or maybe you said, I'm sorry I keep bringing this up. Why? Because healing isn't linear. And sometimes things resurface because they weren't resolved and just buried. Or maybe you said sorry for being so emotional, as if your feelings make you less worthy of being taken seriously. I know. If your spirit sighed just now, that's your inner self saying, enough. Enough apologizing for having needs, enough softening your voice to stay digestible, enough explaining peace like it's something you have to justify. You're not too much. You're more aware, you're more grounded, you're more in tune with the person you are reestablishing. And the ones who can't meet you, they're just unfamiliar with your clarity, not your problem to fix. And so I need you today to truly hone in on where you are, where it is that you are getting ready to go. And if any of those things resonated with you, this is a reestablished season. And so reestablish means reintroduction. See, some people will try to remind you of who you used to be because that version of you was easier to manage, easier to control, easier to take from. But she's gone. Go ahead and wave. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye so long. And in her place stands a woman who doesn't explain her softness, who doesn't shrink in her strength, and doesn't apologize for finally being whole. See, you're not here to perform peace. You're here to embody it. And I need you to hold on to that. I need you to feel your heart when you are saying, I'm sorry. And is your mind really screaming, no, you are not? Sorry for what? So let me say it again for the woman that's listening who needed this. You don't owe the world an old version of you. You don't have to explain your evolution. You don't need to soften your voice to stay accepted. And most definitely don't need to say, I'm sorry for wanting to be seen, heard, loved, and chosen well. Let the healed you speak. Let the reestablished you stand. Let the new you be unapologetic, not harsh, not cold, just clear. And here's what I want to affirm for you this week. I release every apology I gave from fear. I reclaim my voice, my rest, my space. I reestablish who I am without guilt, without shrinkage, and without delay. Because you've done a lot of work to get here. You have done a lot of apologizing. And in one season of your life, that may have worked well, but not where it is that you are getting ready to go. So in those moments where you have to be accountable to you and truly apologize and to say, I'm sorry, by all means, I'm not saying that you don't have to own where you mess up or your missteps. But what I am saying is that we, hand raised, we will move into alignment. We will move into truth. We will move into the version of ourselves that we've always been becoming. And I bless every version of you, of us, that we've had to be to survive. But we are no longer apologizing for evolving.
If this episode spoke to your heart, I hope you'll sit with it, share it, and let it shift something in you. You don't have to have it all together. You just have to be willing to be real. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep saying hello to your heart. And until next time, I'm Kiana Talena, and this is the Heart's Hello Show, where growth sounds like grace and healing feels like home.